You are now listening to the Ja and Fa Show. Ja and Fa Show. Now listening. You are now listening to the Ja and Fa Show.
Let's try that again. Episode wasn't recording initially, but we only got 5 minutes in. Thank God. Episode 20. That makes it even more special. Fa, here we are. As I said before, we've only missed 1 week. Are we proud of this, or are we ashamed that we missed a week?
We are proud that we missed 1 week so early on, because my point was, if we were like 200 episodes in and we missed a week, it'd be a huge deal. I think people would be like, oh my gosh, come on, you couldn't just figure it out that 1 weekend. But since it's early, hey, it's like, hey, we were getting started, and we can start with a fresh new score very quickly.
Speaking of fresh, I would love a fresh lime. Why don't you update us on Lenny the Lime Tree?
Yes. So Lenny the Lime Tree, yes, he's doing very well. He has limes, but as me and Tabor were just discussing, we're not sure when we got to pick them, because they're small, but they're supposed to be small limes. So we don't know if we just pick one, cut it open, see what it's like, or like will it fall on the ground first? We're really not sure.
Yeah, and I was let's just recap everything. No, it's not gonna be that long. We are almost back to the point of talking about the things that we were just talking about again.
Right. There is just two things I want to have on the recorded pod.
No, go for it.
Two what dudes? One, the very first John Fa pod was recorded on Easter, and two, Lenny the Lime Tree was purchased the same day as the first John Fa.
That is all. That should be a different class of what dude. That's an elite what dude, right? That's John Fa what dude lore.
That's John Fa lore, man. Like, that is crazy. Like, it's crazy we're at that point where we have those like cool little like knacks, or like cool like little things that have happened in the past.
Super cool. The coolest ever, probably.
How cool are we?
To 15 out of 10, man. But
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's good to see you, man. I think I say this every single time I don't see you for more than a day. Dude, it's been a fucking eternity since I talked to you.
I agree. And I have gotten word that you went on a top secret mission this weekend, and which is why the communications were dimmed. However, we're going to hear about it right here live.
That was great, man.
Did you like that?
Well said. Very well said. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, absolutely. I had a great weekend myself. Yeah. Communications were very dim. It was, that doesn't mean that things weren't going well, because everything was going very well. I thankfully got the opportunity to spend the weekend hanging out with one of my best friends that I used to work with at Spin. He was my manager. His name's Jeremy. Fucking great guy.
Shout out Jeremy.
Yeah, big shout out Jeremy. Went up on Friday afternoon. Got up there around 6 o'clock. Threw my stuff down in this parking lot across the street from him. This parking lot, I'm expecting. He told me that there was a lot. He doesn't have a car up there. Get to the lot, pull in. Lots of complete piece of shit. And I even like the place that it looks like you pay. I walk up and like there's bills piled up. The window's closed. It says to call if we're not here. There's no number. I'm like, this is a fucking terrible start.
Jeez, this sounds like a movie you're describing, honestly.
Exactly, right? It was a fucking horrible start. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I call Jeremy. I'm like, am I in the fucking right spot? And he's like, yeah, let me come down real quick. He comes down. We pull the car into the spot or whatever. We actually had to like crowdsource information. We walked over some guy who was also parking his car, and he was telling us that the guy's parking lot who it is I think his name was, it's like Jim's parking lot or some shit. He is never there, and the people who park there will just leave money in the window. And then also, this is okay. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. I didn't end up paying for parking. That's the good part about this. So that ended up turning out really good. That this guy was just like a recluse, but
How handy did that come? A little, what did you call it? A little citizen advice? What was the word that you used?
we were crowdsourcing. Yeah,
Crowdsourcing.
me and Jeremy were doing a lot of crowdsourcing the whole weekend. You sometimes if
Jeez.
you just look around, some people look like they kind of know what they're doing. Be like, hey, what's going on over here? But
No,
yeah,
right.
so
You
we
can tell
actually walked
sometimes.
we actually walked into his apartment, and his mechanic happened to be there, and he was like, hey, do you guys know the parking lot guy's number so I can text him and just tell him my buddy's staying there? And he's like, yeah, here it is. And he's like, actually, it's funny, I actually had to like chase him down for like a month to give him the check that I owed him to park in his parking lot. So immediately in my head, I'm like, there is no chance that I'm paying for parking. No fucking
No.
shot. If a man is having to chase another man down for money that he knows is coming to him, he does not give a shit at all.
No.
At all.
No.
No.
No. So you parked in this nice parking lot and didn't have to pay anything.
I did not have to pay anything, which was very nice, I must say. I was very, very happy about that.
And all
I was
weekend.
I was fully expecting to pay like used to going up and seeing AB and Mikey,
Excuse me.
big time guests of the pod, elite guests, first ever couple on John Fa.
Mhm.
Whenever I stay up there,
That's true.
if I
That's
do
a
have to
fun
park
fact.
my car, that's another what dude right there.
Mhm. Lots of them.
Fucking if I go up there, you can find spots in the street just as much as you can find spots in the street in Jersey. That's Jersey City. That's where Jeremy lives. But it's just if you want to park in a lot, man, it's gonna be fucking like 30-40 bucks a night.
Yeah, easy. No.
Yeah. So the weekend went great. Without being too long-winded,
No.
fucking
Be long-winded.
how
This
long-winded?
this is the Ja Pod.
Is
Jeez.
the 20th episode the Jaw edition? And the
Yeah.
21st will be the Fa edition.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so on Friday night, yeah, like I said, I got there, pulled up, a little weird morale off the bat, but everything from there, it was perfect. I actually didn't know it was Jeremy's birthday on Friday. He's one of those people that just keeps his cards close to his chest, man. He's not gonna
Mhm.
be like, hey, it's my birthday this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
not even
Now,
like a casual, like, oh, I want to do this because it's my birthday weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, what were you gonna
yeah.
say?
Well, like no, I was just gonna ask. So I was actually gonna ask you to keep going. So like, did he have this planned for his birthday then?
No, he was well, yes and no. Like he had it planned in that like he saw it was his weekend and was like, let me have a great weekend. Like the Bronson concert, that's what I ended up going into on Saturday. The actual Bronson concert was on Saturday, so he was like, let me have like a fucking awesome birthday weekend. So we got the Bronson tickets. He planned a dinner. We also had a comedy show planned. That was
Dude, that's all right.
fucking amazing. We had a whole weekend lined up. So I actually I didn't find out until dinner that it was his birthday. And then thankfully we got to it was me, Jeremy, one of Jeremy's best friends from Penn State. No. This was one of Jeremy's best friends from him around where he was growing up in Philly. And then his cousin. And then it was supposed to be one of his friends from Penn State and his girlfriend, but they ended up getting exposed to COVID. So
Jeez.
but then they got a rapid test after. It was like a whole ordeal, man. It was one of those things where like we were about to go out and then like all this bullshit happened. We didn't have a mask for the subway. His buddy and his girlfriend from Penn State canceled plans on us. Look, and it was a whole ordeal, but it ended up
Right.
turning up into a great night. I can't say it enough. Great fucking dinner. Had some Asian cuisine. I had Korean sticky wings. Fucking so good.
Jeez, man.
Oh, so good.
And this
we
was
had,
all before the concert even happened.
This is actually Friday night, so Saturday night is the concert. So we set ourselves up for success. We gave ourselves a big night before. Went out and drank. Fucking, we were lit as hell. Let me tell you about the Uber from hell, though.
I'm interested.
Friday night. No, go for it. What we're gonna say?
Just gonna say, man, I had the McDonald's trip from hell a couple of weeks ago, and now you have the
You're
Uber
right.
ride of hell.
You're right. You're totally right.
Mhm.
We went to the Asian spot. That was around We got there around 7:45. We were a little late. We were supposed to be there at 7:30. We eat till about 10 o'clock probably, and then we walked to Barcade. Then from the Barcade, we were supposed to go to the comedy show at 11:30. We didn't end up leaving the Barcade until 11:05, and it was already going to take like 30 minutes or so to get to the comedy cellar, so we weren't going to make it. But then this Uber driver missed like legitimately 3 to 4 turns. We ended up being in the Uber for 50 minutes.
No. And why? Did he just like not understand? Was he new or like?
I don't know, man. Well, that was the thing. Like Jeremy pointed out to me and we both rolled our eyes. He had 5 stars. And and that comes back to another point I think I previously made. I'm not sure I've said it on here.
We have.
That is why you cannot give 5 stars for a person simply doing their job. It is not a 5-star. You do not get 5 stars for me just taking me to my place. That's the bare minimum. If you woo me and we have a good time, that's a different story. But like everyone should not be getting a 5. So we were set up for failure. This guy, he misses a bunch of turns. He's not communicating with us, not telling us that he's missing turns.
But you're clearly seeing it.
Yeah, Jeremy even said to him, he was like, "Sir, is there an issue? Sir, what's going on?" And then Jeremy got a notification on Lyft saying, "Are you guys going the right direction?" Like, yeah.
Dude, that's scary.
It was. We were in Jersey for like fucking 30 plus minutes in the Uber. It was insane. Like, it was crazy. But then we finally got to the show, the comedy show, way late. It's like 12:05 at this point. But thankfully I had I reserved the very latest. There was still some more times that could have been reserved, so I grabbed the 12:45 show, and it was at a bar called the Big Fat Pussycat.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the Big Fat. Yeah. I'm 99% sure with that. It was something super close to that, but it did have Pussycat in the title. It was a cool little place, man. Very, very close quarters. Nice. We were in the front row, so we were getting roasted a little, but I was handling my own, man. I was giving it back though. It was good.
What? Tell me a little more about this. What's the Tabor giving back?
You know me, I wear short shorts, and also like I don't know, I'm a talker, so like everyone kept commenting on my short shorts, man. They love seeing the legs out, man. The like 3 different comics commented on the short shorts.
Oh, the comedians were calling you out.
Yeah, it was good though.
My God.
No, but it was really funny. The fucking at one point, one of the comedians was like, "This guy's confident," and I was like, "Big time," and he was like, "Big time, man, big time."
Were they funny though?
Good. Oh, dude, I haven't laughed like that ever. It was
really that good.
I couldn't even believe when it was done. I was like, "There's got to be more." We didn't get home till 4 a.m., man.
Did you have like the best night of your life on Friday
and Saturday, man? It was fucking an excellent weekend, man. I haven't even gotten to the best part.
And jeez, I love it all. It's just so funny from my perspective to see. The only thing I knew about the entire weekend before just now is that Tabor texted me. Oh, voice crack. Texted me Friday night and said, "Dude, I think I need to go into the bathroom and let all these cases out that I have right now."
It was bad. I remember there was one point I was just sitting there and like looking at all the normal people I was with at dinner and thinking in my head, and some no, I couldn't even drop those, man.
I do have to be honest with you. It is tough for me because I have a couple of the people I work with on Snapchat now. We have like a group, and sometimes they talk in it, and sometimes when they say something, I just want to go like or or one of them, or
you want to let one of them go, yeah,
right. But they want to get it, and then I'd be the weird guy.
Yeah. No, anyway, but
the Saturday.
Yeah. Real quick, the last thing on Friday, you know how I knew? Well, I was already cracking up the whole time, but when I knew this guy was about to be funny, or at least he was going to be good vibes. Guy walks out. He's actually on Michael Shea. He's a comedian.
No, I can't say I do.
He's been on the Michael Shea show, and he comes out in a Sixers hat.
Ooh.
So he walks on stage. he turns, he's got the Sixers hat on. So what do I yell out? Trust the process. And then he says, my man. He gives me a handshake. He's like, look at what's happening right now. A white man, a black man, just we're making everything okay. And then I think he said like, he said he'll make me look less scary and I'll make him look cool.
Wow.
I was cracking up, man.
I can't believe how involved you were. I feel like, I feel like if I was in the middle of a comedy show like that, I'd be getting all red. Like I wouldn't be able to take it well. I feel like good for you though.
Yeah, the funniest thing is like I did it unknowingly because like when we went up to like put in that we had tickets to the show or whatever, or that we reserved to be at the show, you go up to the front bouncer or whatever, and he's like, do you want to sit up front? And I said, yeah. I was like, thinking in my head, I was like, if there's an opportunity to sit close, you sit close, of course, sit close. And then of course, I go around the corner and I'm like, oh wait, if you're sitting in the front, you're going to be involved in the whole bit, aren't you? And so it was like, I didn't exactly mean to, but it's actually turned out well. And I wouldn't mind doing it again. Cause I know I can, not that I'm as quick witted as they are, but I know I can at least stand my ground and like give it back to them a little bit.
Yeah. Good for you. And how about your friends? Were they involved at all or?
No, it was actually me and Jeremy were the only ones that actually ended up going to the comedy show, but he's, if I'm a 10 out of 10 confidence, Jeremy's like I don't mean confidence, but like the outwardness.
Yeah.
That part of it. Mm-hmm. Jeremy's like a 2 out of 10.
Jeez. But you're taking it. You're handling it.
No. It's just it's way different energy of outgoingness. Like Jeremy is the one that is crowdsourcing. He's the one that's asking people like, "Hey, how does he park here? What are the directions? This, that, there." I don't like doing that. So like, it's good that he likes doing that. You know what I'm saying?
You both have your superpowers,
right? So now to skip on to Saturday. Saturday was, of course, even better.
Are we walking, running, or skipping the Saturday?
Just going on to Saturday, we wake up, we're both exhausted as hell. We stumble over to this really nice breakfast shop. I described it as not only was the food good, but it was also like they were begging for you to post their food on Instagram. Like everything just looked very nice. Yeah.
Jeez. And like, so wait, like, did it say that, or are you just making that assumption? Like, this was Instagram worthy?
No, that was my personal judgment.
Right. And what did they sell?
They had everything. It was just just common breakfast place, not a diner. It was definitely like a little more quote unquote upscale. Like they had it was a lot of egg plates. Like, my buddy ended up getting an egg tortilla with like cheese, some vegetables, this, that, the other.
And what did you get?
I got a biscuit or a sausage sandwich with biscuit, or on a biscuit. Excuse me, Jesus. And I also, of course, got a coffee. You already know.
That's what I was going to ask. How was the coffee?
But, great question, because I was giving my own personal review while we were having it. It was like, I was very glad that the roast did not taste burnt. Like, I hate when I get a coffee and it tastes burnt as hell. That's the worst, man.
Oh, man, you just had me dying. It's funny, I was actually giving my personal opinion as I was taking a sip.
I was, man.
So yeah. How did it end?
We fucking went to Jeremy's buddy's house early in the day in like just before you get out of New Jersey into Manhattan. Oh, Foz question.
No, I wanted to hear the end of your coffee review.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to get the fuck to my end of my story.
No, I wanted to.
I thought you were like, I want to start talking. Get this fucking guy off.
No, and the crowd, more. Tabor's walking away.
Stupid story. Shouldn't have even told you.
The crowd, stop. What are you doing?
No, so it was a really good cup of coffee. It was here. I'll add to the aesthetic of this cup. It was one of those like big, like, you know how like the typical coffee, you know, the typical looking coffee mug. It's like typical song. This is one of like the small circle, big open ones, and it's like super short. It has like the little the little baby finger handle. Like it's not like you could put like a couple fingers in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like more of like if you're thinking of more like an English tea cup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it made me feel a little more fancy, and it added to the taste. I swear.
The pinky out.
Pinky out, exactly. Yeah.
And
So
that's
that
what you drank your
delicious.
coffee out of?
Yeah, so it was great.
And how many cups did you have?
Just one, man. Just one.
Get you a little jazzed or no?
I did get jazzed. It got me very jazzed for the day. Yeah, I was very happy with it. It felt like I got through that day perfectly. It was well executed day for me and Jeremy. After that we went to one of Jeremy's best friend's house, Dylan. He lives in Jersey City as well. Fucking gorgeous spot. It's one of those here's like a life question for you. Would you rather be living, okay, like take Manhattan, for example. You could live in Manhattan, or you could be looking at Manhattan. So you could have a nice view, or you could be like living within just like, I don't know, man. Like you're like you are in a better location. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what I'm saying. Like you have geographically a better location, but would you rather have a nice view as opposed to just you're staring at a fucking another set of glass walls at the building across you? You know what I'm saying? No, you don't.
So
I can tell.
But okay, well, tie it into the context of your story.
Well, because he lives in Jersey City. Yeah,
right.
So he lives across from Manhattan, and he looks at Manhattan every day. His balcony is downtown Manhattan. That's all you can see.
And is it pretty or not?
Oh, it's gorgeous. So that made me think. So I was like,
context.
would you rather be looking at the nice things or in the nice things?
And what did he say? I guess out of it.
Oh, I didn't ask him. That was just my own personal thought, and that was what I proposed to you. And then you said, huh? Okay, I need a little more context. I got you.
I do understand now, and what's funny about that theory that you just brought, I think me and Allie did the opposite, where like we were on the outside, not as visible as him seeing Manhattan, but like where we lived before, like we were like right on the outside of like the city and everywhere, and we actually went into it, where I feel like his friend kind of just staying out and goes in when he needs to, like a nice community.
Yeah.
Which exactly. I understand both. Yeah,
there's definitely huge positives to each, but let me get this story rolling a little more. We do finally get to Coney Island. We show up for the show. We're waiting in line. We finally get in. Fucking $16 White Claws. Bit the bullet. Got around for Jeremy.
Nice and cheap.
Oh yeah. we somehow got up into the first row, man.
Yeah, right. And you sent me that video.
Yeah, it was amazing. So
and how'd you finagle that?
We had they offered these. It was a $5 upgrade, and you got in fast entry, quote unquote, which the line was just shorter. It was nice. Like there were essentially two lines, one for general people who just paid for a ticket, and then the second line for the fast. I'm gonna call it the fast pass. It's like literally the same thing.
Right.
There's no reason to ever not buy that. Literally, we got in 2 seconds. There were still room in the front of the row, like fucking front row seats for Action Bronson, man. It just took it. It's worth it. It's worth standing out there. We saw some okay. It was funny. The openers were there were 3 openers and then Bronson, so 4 total acts. There was a rap group, a reggae dude, a female mariachi band, and then Bronson. It went like
what?
It got the first 2 dudes were okay. The reggae dude was fucking sick. The girls were, I cannot even begin to describe how good these girls were. Like I almost wish that they played for an hour. Like they were sensational.
How long were their sets?
The reggae dude and the 2 rappers had 20 minutes each. I think maybe the girls did too. It was just the girls were so good it felt like a little bit longer.
Wow. And then Action Bronson after all this.
And then Bronson, yep. And then dude, when Bronson came out, man, I don't know if I don't know who or what is familiar with Bronson, but Action Bronson is a bit of everything. He's a Renaissance man. He cooks. He writes. He has books. He does music. But fucking, he recently dedicated himself to working out, and he has lost like close to 180 or 200 pounds. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
He looks so fucking good. It is insane. When he came out onto that stage, he looked like he could take the stage in one hand and just crumple it and destroy it.
Wow. Like he looked muscular on top of just
Dude,
better.
he's just a huge guy. He big shoulders, big arms, huge legs. Like he's a strong fucker. He's not a guy I would fuck with.
And he put on a performance of a lifetime.
That would almost be underselling it. He was sensational. Like,
where does this concert rank in all the concerts you've ever been to?
I haven't been to like a shit ton, but it's definitely number one. It's like
doubt.
one A, one B maybe with Run the Jewels. I had a great time there. That energy was great. But the difference in this and the Run the Jewels concert, the Run the Jewels crowd is a little bit more like people who are tripping on acid and going fucking nuts. This was more like everyone was smoking blunts the whole time and just fucking vibing out.
And how long was his set? Like, how long was Action Bronson on for?
He fucking killed it, man.
You don't even know.
He went for an hour and 20 minutes.
Wow.
What more can you ask for than that?
That's amazing. And then you left.
Well, before we left,
can I tell
you my no, I wish. Well, actually, a few things. First of all, I tried to throw my I threw my Sammy Sosa jersey on stage and tried to get him to like sign it or I don't know, hold it up or fucking something. He didn't interact with him, unfortunately.
At all?
Thankfully, nah, he didn't. Thankfully, I got the security guard to grab it for me at the end of the show. And I actually was going to give him a 20 because at that point I was going to go walk home without a shirt on and being an hour plus of train rides with no shirt on. He thankfully grabbed it for me. He was a good guy. I was going to slip him a 20, nice. but he said, nah, man, don't worry about it. I was like, dude, you're a great guy, man.
Aw, what a wholesome conversation you had.
Yeah, big time. But the probably one of the last things I'll say, again, just a fucking great concert, great night, great weekend. The fucking greatest part of the show by far, besides Bronson himself, the mariachi band. The part that really was killing me, there was this one moment. He was playing this one song, Latin Grammys. It was the biggest single off of his most recent album, Only for Dolphins. He says at one point Suplex City a few times over and over again. When he said that, the first time he said Suplex City, he had the microphone in his hand. He fucking threw it at the ground with all the force in the world and destroyed it. He then picked it back up and then still used it to rap. And it literally sounded like a robot was rapping through the mic. It was like obliterated.
Was everyone freaking out?
Yes. And then he did it again later.
In the same song or in a different song?
No, not in the same song. Different one. But like out of nowhere, he just threw it the fuck down and then tried using the microphone again.
Do they have to have 3 to 5 microphones for when he performs now?
Had to have been 15 to 20. They must have had back there.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was so good, man. It was. He also pre-show 2 days ago. He posted on Instagram. He's like, good. Is Coney Island set going to be amazing tomorrow? Feel free to work out during the set. And then during the show at one point, he's like, hold on, stop the music. We got to take a minute break. I want everyone to work out right now. And then he put on like I can't remember when he put on like fucking Sean Paul or whatever. It's bullshit you hear in the gym. And everyone was like fucking going nuts.
That is amazing. Dude, what a show, man.
That's exactly what it is. I've said all I need to say. It was an absolute showman's performance. It really was.
That's amazing, dude. I did have a little fun fact about Action Bronson.
Please fire away.
I actually do know someone who has met Action Bronson at a signing. Do you want to take a guess who that person is?
Well, my top guess is always going to be for anything Zach Schubert.
And that's correct. Zach Schubert did meet Action Bronson in Philly at a signing and has like a picture with him. It's crazy.
I have no words.
I'll have to have him send it to me.
Can you please?
Him and Sam.
Jeez, man.
Yep.
Good for him.
I know, crazy. I just thought of it while you were telling me about it. I was like, damn, that's honestly pretty wild.
Yeah, man. It was a
And
fucking great weekend, man.
That's amazing. And then what? You came home yesterday or today?
Yeah. No, I came home today, and it's Sunday night. You know,
Man, that was just last night.
I know it was such a good show, man. I
was thinking this like a week ago.
I know, right? Dude, I can't get over the mariachi band. Dude, they were so good. They played.
I would love to see that.
Oh, they played one Fleetwood Mac song. I can't think of the name right now, and I'm not gonna fucking look it up. But it was one Fleetwood Mac song, and they also played
Was it Dreams?
No, it wasn't Dreams.
Okay,
it was it was their other big one. I don't know why I'm stumping on the name right now, but I'm gonna get crucified in the comments down below. But
the comments. Love getting crucified in the comments. Speaking of, we had a comment reaction from the last pod. One of the questions I had when I said, remember last week when I was telling you about the doctor who like really liked pain, and I was like, and he got addicted to it, and I was like, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, hit me up. Matt Galuso contacted me and said, what you're thinking of is an episode of Black Mirror. And he is correct. It wasn't if I'm correct though, the episode wasn't all about that storyline. It was one of like the finales, like when they were like going through like all like the different stories. And I think that was just one of them.
What's your favorite episode of Black Mirror?
So I got to be honest, I haven't watched it in a really long time. The ones that tripped me out the most, I can't remember the full, what's the word? I can't remember like the full thing about the episode, but it was the one when everyone was like a social media and you could see everyone's bar of like who they were. Like I remember
what focused around the girl, right?
Yes.
Right.
And I don't remember how it ends or anything, but I just remember watching that and being like, this is so real. Like this is like happening literally right now. Just not like literally, right there.
Yeah, no, and it ends how you expect it, I would say, in a way. Like it doesn't end good.
No, they never do. But that one always stands out. The love one always stands out when they do that dating show. And that's honestly all I can think. Oh, I know my favorite one. The horror gaming one. Like from season 2. That's my favorite one.
That's the one that like leaves you like, dude, for a week, you're like, what the fuck?
Thinking about that. That's my favorite one.
That guy's brain getting ruined.
I wouldn't mind rewatching that episode tonight.
That's a good one. I love the one where the guy is like locked in like the room where they show advertisements to you all day and shit.
The singing one? The singing competition. It's the guy from Get Out.
Yep.
The main guy.
Yep. Fucking love that one. And then I also really like the one with the two girls. I think it's San Bernardino. It's not a complete love story, but it's like a time traveling story. And then the two girls finally end up together. I
don't remember that one.
That one's good. It pulls at your heartstrings, man. That one.
Again, I don't think I've seen them all because again, I haven't watched in a long time, but the first couple seasons I do remember like being into. So
yeah, it's a really quality show, honestly,
It is. And speaking of shows, real quick, me and Allie went and saw the new Suicide Squad yesterday. It was really good, man. I really enjoyed it. Really like off the wall, like just crazy. A lot of cursing, a lot of blood, a lot of action.
I'm definitely interested in seeing it, honestly. I think it looks really good, and the vibe of it around it seems like a Guardians of the Galaxy vibe.
It is. It's really funny. I had a great time. Allie, no, I'll play a little devil's advocate because Allie liked the movie, but she personally didn't enjoy all the blood. Like it's really gory. Like I loved it, but I could see someone being like all squeamish at some of the parts, and but I thought it was great, and I thought it was just so much better. Real quick, I don't want to go into a deep conversation about this, but I do think it's so much better for DC movies like that to go off the wall. Like this movie's rated R. Like a Marvel movie will never be rated R, except I guess Deadpool, but that's a little bit different. Like people know.
Mhm.
I don't know. It doesn't matter, but um like I feel like the only way DC movies are ever going to be popular or even have a chance at beating Marvel movies if they do what Marvel can't and do like these over the top, like lots of cursing, lots of blood. I mean, still make a good story, like don't make it all about that, but just like add those components in there because Marvel movies, like you never see blood, like you never see cursing. It's like always like the straight up stand up superhero. Where I feel
Yeah.
like DC needs to take like that anti-hero approach and like capitalize on it, man. I feel like they'd like make a killing.
I'll say this, I would watch like all of the DC movies if they took that approach, honestly. Because
Yeah.
I'm just so used to the Marvel movies, and that is just like to me the most played out fucking movie. They're all the same fucking bullshit movies. They all somehow or another at the end, the good guy wins every fucking time. Not that the good guy can't win every time, but like at least change it up and feel a little unpredictable for a fucking second. Like,
I'll tell you this is no spoilers, but you need to watch Infinity War
yeah, I know
because that
that's
was
like
rough. That was a rough
mm,
one. But no, but to your point, I do understand what you're saying. And that's why because I personally do love the Marvel movies, but to your point, I do agree. Like they do become sometimes at times predictable. That's why I think I did like this movie so much is because it was super unpredictable. Like literally within the first 5-10 minutes of the movie, you're like jaw dropped. Like I did not expect any of this. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
I need to watch for sure, man.
Um, but yeah, so anyway, that was one thing I wanted to tell you. Did do that. And you know what me and Allie did yesterday? We had a nice pool day. Nice relaxing pool day
Nice,
outside.
nice.
And I got a brand new hat, a nice huge fishing straw hat with a beautiful design under it. I love it. I should have wore it for this pod actually today. So good.
It looks just like the Phillies home run hat.
Right. No, you're right.
I was by the pool yesterday too, actually.
Where are you? Where?
At Jeremy's buddy's house, Dylan. He has
Nice.
that's the place in Jersey City, right across from Manhattan. He has a fucking gorgeous pool, man.
Love that. Love
Yeah.
that. Dude, also before I forget, the one thing I wanted to tell you. So we're driving home from the movies yesterday, and Allie has been trying to incorporate noi a little bit more. Like she'll just be dropping like a noi, but sometimes she uses
For context, real quick, the noi being the way that Little Dicky says no instead, he says noi instead of no in this one freestyle on YouTube. Look up Tim Westwood freestyle Little Dicky if you need more context. Sorry, Keith, continue.
No, that was great. So anyway, so me and Tabor have said noi on the pod, I'm sure, plenty of times. And you know, Allie's been using it and I love it. But sometimes she uses noi as like yes. And she's like, well, what would be the opposite of noi? And she's like, yoy. And I was like, I guess, yeah. I mean, if you
if you want to go there.
Yeah. So then yesterday, right, we're pulling out of the movie theater thing. And like we have the GPS on because we don't come here a lot, and I'm driving and I'm in the middle lane and I either have to go to the left or I have to go to the right. And I said to Allie, just as confirmation, I was like, the GPS said go left, right? And she went, noi. So I quickly steered the wheel back into the middle lane. And she's like, no. I mean, yes, go. You got to make this left. And I was like,
you got to make this left.
Gotta, or we were gonna explode. But it was just so funny because like I should have known what she meant, but like it's funny that using that term actually caused an issue in this situation. Like who would have thought?
Dude, that's funny, man.
And then yeah, and then the day before, man, I think we talked about this. I don't know how. I would love to hear the people in the comments and what they think of this. But what is everyone's opinions about snakes?
Oh yeah, we did talk about this. I like snakes a lot. I think they're really cute.
Now, I want to ask you this. Would you still like a snake if you get out of your car in your driveway, you're walking up the sidewalk and you almost step on them? Or would you be like, oh my gosh.
No, well, I would feel bad that I almost stepped on him.
Yeah. But you wouldn't be scared or freaked out at all to just see a giant snake laying next to you.
Well, I guess like it depends what you mean by that. Like startled in the sense that like
You weren't
I
expecting
don't
it.
know. Yeah, exactly. Like, but like not like startled like, oh, that might kill me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not that you're saying that exactly, but like, you know what I'm saying?
No, that is what I'm saying. I ran
Oh.
personally.
That was
I ran.
great.
I
That
got right
was
out of
great.
there. Allie's behind me, and I'm like, "Ah, go!" She's what? And then so we went all the way around our complex to go through the back way, so we didn't have to pass it again. And we came in, and we watched him. And I looked him up, and he's a nice snake, though. He's a big black snake. He looks scary, but he never attacks humans, and he actually eats like rats and mice. So he's a good snake, I guess, in that context. But like me and Allie were saying, a lot of people walk their dogs around here, and they're like small dogs. So it's like, should we report this snake, or should we just like maybe he's been living here? Tabor
Let him
shaking his
live,
head
man.
no.
Let him
Uh,
live.
I mean,
If
look,
if that snake can kill a dog, that snake needs to be put in the Hall of Fame.
wow. I feel like it wouldn't be too hard. I don't know.
Maybe a puppy. There's just no way any snake could fit a whole dog in its mouth.
Well, I don't think they do that, but like if like the dog like went to him and like barking and like bit him or something, like hurt him.
True.
Right.
Right.
But no, yeah. So in other nature news, we also ran into a palmetto bug. They're only in Florida.
Geez.
You've heard of these. I told you about this,
Oh
right?
boy. Yeah.
Big fly fucking charged at us on our balcony. Like it was like a military assault. Like, charge! Ran right at us.
That was good, man.
You like that?
Yeah, I did like that.
But I don't expect him to come around these parts again. Because we
Do you guys have Oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ruined that.
No, it's okay. But we put Dawn soap and water out there because they said that's what drives them away.
I was going to ask, I'm sorry for interrupting. I was gonna ask if you guys have like a fly swatter or something out there ready.
So it's funny, we don't, but I did have shoes out there. So my master plan that I did not relay to Allie was I was going to try to get around them, grab my shoe, and just spank them. But I didn't get that information out to Allie, and she's behind me, like pushing me, like get inside because of this cockroach. So we both ended up going inside, and then he did eventually just walking down the cliff, or not the cliff, but the balcony. But yeah, dude, it was scary, man. I do not recommend hanging out with those things. I used to pride myself on like not being scared of like creepy crawly things. Like normally they won't bother me. And again, most bugs don't bother me, but when they get to a certain size, I get a little freaked out.
Agreed. I like anything bigger than a cockroach or bigger, I'm getting a little grossed out. But anything other than that, I'm like, I can grab a paper towel and let it outside. Or if it's really gross, you're going straight to the fucking toilet, and I'm not thinking twice about it.
the Tabor bug scale, either really fucking gross or I'm putting you outside. Jeez, I love that, man. But
dude, you should get. We've had this for years. We've had like an electric fly swatter.
I actually have one at my house in Jersey.
Yeah, they're worth it.
Nice.
They might help you out there.
No, and we should be more prepared. The thing is we've been here since March, and we really haven't had any bugs, snakes, issues, anything like that. So they're just kind of coming around. We just got to adapt. We just got to become Floridians ourselves and just grab them with our bare hands and eat them. That's not what Floridians do.
I have something. Oh wait, you still rolling?
No.
You were about to pull up the what, dude? It felt like.
No.
Okay. Let me sneak this in if that's cool. Okay. So Friday before I left to go to New York, me and my mom got lunch, and she had to stop at Burlington Coat Factory. I think she had to return some shit. We were there, and you know how. No, holy shit. You're excused.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did. That might be the first recorded burp on the John Fox.
That's great.
But so we went to Burlington Coat Factory, and you've been obviously been to Ross or like Marshalls, this, that, the other. They always have like designer colognes somewhere, like, just, they're in like that, those fucking plastic locked, like how Target has video games and
Yeah.
fucking, yeah, they're in like locked little containers. And I've always said to myself, if I see like a good brand or something, maybe I'll buy one, roll the dice. And recently I've been seeing like better name brands like
Right.
Nordstrom. I've seen what I saw, I'm pretty sure I saw Versace one time, Christian Dior. I was like, these are respectable names in the
Right.
scent business. I was like, let me roll the dice. It's worth a roll of the dice. Well, on Friday, I had remembered at Burlington Coat Factory, just like at these other places, let me look at the clone section. You never know.
Uh-oh.
Roll the dice. I'm gonna show this before I say exactly what it is. So for those of you that are on the YouTube, congratulations, because this is going to be instant gratification. Those of you that listen on Spotify, you're going to be clueless for about 3 seconds here. Ready for this cologne that I got?
Yeah.
Whose name is on this cologne? But
Wow. What?
this is a cologne that was a collaboration with Kanye West.
Tell me you've used it.
I did. So the funny thing was, again, like, I always look just to see if there's anything maybe I'll roll the dice on. Me and my mom see Kanye's face. We both immediately are like, we're buying this even just to buy it. It could
Right.
smell like someone took a shit in that bottle, and it doesn't matter. Just to
Still
have it
use
as a
it.
display is good.
Right.
We pull it out. I pull off the cap. I smell it. I'm like, Jesus, dude, it smelled so bad. Horrible,
No.
musty, terrible.
No.
I spray it
No.
out. I spray it out the window. I pull it back in. I'm like, wait, it's very fresh. Dude, I don't know what it was. Maybe my mind wanted it to smell bad or something, but like I sprayed it, and then my mom tested it again. Like, we didn't have, we don't have, those fragrant sticks or whatever, like
Yeah.
pieces of paper. My mom grabbed a mask because we didn't have anything like that. So she sprayed on there. We both smelled it. It literally is the most like tropical and fresh smelling cologne ever.
Oh, so it's good.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
And you have one of the only copies.
I don't know if it's one of the only, but
One of the only.
no,
Dude,
it was
what
it
a
was
good
nuts, man,
snack.
right?
Love
Crazy
that.
stuff.
Dude, I feel like all the stories you're like sharing are just like things you saw on TV. Like, it's so crazy to hear these things happen to you.
Well, actually, I have one more from Jersey, or from North Jersey, when we were about to go over to Manhattan. I was smoking a blunt before we got on the train, just out in public or whatever. Jeremy's not a smoker like I am, so he doesn't quite he's not quite with the we smoke just about anywhere, but there's a little heat check before we smoke. We'll observe our surroundings generally, make sure we're not like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that I'm inconsiderate, but I'm more of like, dude, if someone has an issue, they can go fuck themselves.
Right. Right.
But we sit down at this one spot, and I actually wrote this down just to make sure I got it right. But we're
Oh,
sitting there for
no.
a second. I just lit the blunt, and a man with he has a stroller and a dog. They pass us by. The dog like stops. He's sniffing this like the corner right in front of us, and he's standing there for like 30 seconds. I'm like, dude, as I said to the owner, I was like, he doesn't want to leave. And then the guy fires back immediately with, he smells the blunt, and then walked on.
And you had to write that down, the exact wording.
It was great, man. He really made me laugh with that. I was like laughing for like 10 seconds.
That's amazing.
Oh, it was so good.
What a good guy. Dude, I'm telling you, it sounds like you had a weekend out of a TV show.
I did. I basically did.
That sounds so great, man. And now you get to end it on John Fawpod, man. You're living the life.
Big time. Big time.
Getting a little work done before the end of the
One
week.
and any other way, man.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm happy we're getting it in. Obviously, we aren't doing it on our regularly scheduled Thursday morning, but we're doing it on a Sunday night. And it is our 20th episode, and it is a special night for us. I actually do have the what, dude, this week. And just to spice it up a little bit, do a little bit different what, dude. I have 20 facts ready to go. I'm going to spit. I'm hoping to reach 20. I'm going to spit all of these facts in 20 seconds.
Now
Now,
I have a little recorder ready to go.
Yep,
Time's being recorded.
Taylor's
If you
going
want
to,
to, if you want to like tell me when you're about to go, I'll hit start the second I hear you start talking.
yeah, and then you just like yell time or something when it's done.
Or do you
So-
just want to go? Do you just want to try to finish it? It's up to you. You're doing it. You're calling the shots, man.
No, what are the rules? You tell me the rules.
No, you tell me.
So, or do you want to see how fast I can spit the 20 facts?
That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm
Let's do it.
really hoping you get in under 20 seconds.
Okay. All right, here. So put your bets in now that I can spit these 20 facts in under 20 seconds, or if it's going to be longer than 30. or if it's going to be longer than 20 seconds. Place your bets. Yeah, I just got to have this good scroll game. It's gonna come down to the scroll game, and it's gonna come down to not stumbling on my words.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Okay.
Are you
Ready?
tell me when you're ready, so I'm getting ready to put. I'm ready to push start the second you start.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
What, dude?
Wait. It snows in the Sahara Desert. There are only 2 countries in the world where Coca-Cola does not exist. Sudan has the most periods in the world. Colombia's brightest rainbow is in its river. The Sahara Desert used to be a tropical rainforest. Machu Picchu is an earthquake-proof city. You could walk from Russia to Alaska on ice. China has only one time zone. San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge speaks. You can go on a safari in Sri Lanka. A real-life Spirited Away bathhouse exists in Taiwan. Thailand has a festival to appreciate their monkeys. That's very nice. You're always 7 years behind in Ethiopia. France is the most visited country with 89 million annual tourists. These bats in Thailand are the world's tiniest mammals. In Sweden, you can order Max on skis. Huh? There's a village in the Netherlands with no streets, only canals. There's a rock in Australia that's bigger than Ayers Rock or Lulu. New Zealand has the steepest residential area in the world. In Hawaii, you can experience sunny beaches and snowy mountains on the same island, and that's it. Wow,
53
under a minute.
seconds. 50. That was amazing, man. That turned out way better than I could have expected it.
Hey, you know what? In my head, I knew I was going to get under a minute.
Was the bar 20 seconds? Were you
Yeah.
supposed to be getting out one fact per second?
That's true. When you put it in that way. Well, I was hoping to just find a list, but they have to describe them and all that. So I got to do a lot of scrolling. Some of them are long.
Yeah.
But there were some goodies in there. Go back and listen. Find your favorite facts, and maybe we can talk about it the next time.
The one that I heard that was immediately stood out to me was the Golden Gate Bridge sings or talks.
Yeah, let's go back, and that can be the official. It's a short one too. San Francisco's Golden Gate Bridge speaks. This is one of the newer facts about the world. In June 2020, San Francisco's beloved Golden Gate Bridge started speaking up about some amendments made to the railings on the bike path, literally. San Franciscans reported hearing eerie sounds from several kilometers away.
Interesting.
There's actually a video too, so maybe go check out that video.
Go look it up if you want.
Yeah. But hey, that's our 20 facts for our 20th episode. Had a lot of fun doing it, and man, I still can't get over your weekend, man. I'm so happy you had such a good time.
Yeah,
Couldn't
thanks,
wait
man.
to see you. Couldn't wait to have a nice pod, and here we are, man. Another one in the books.
Big time. You all good? I've said everything I need to say.
I think I have too. I feel like we're gonna end this right there. Happy 20th and go Knights.
Oh.